Hi, everyone. Hoping you all are well, and thank you for joining us on our discussion related to the crab mentality. We're going to take a little break from discussing history and the implications of history to address this topic. You often hear people discuss this construct of crabs in a bucket or crabs in a barrel, and usually people are talking about it in the context of what they consider to be some sort of jealousy or envy dynamic where someone is trying to stop someone else from getting ahead. And so this is based upon not having experience with crabs in a bucket or crabs in a barrel. And so what people think is that these crabs are, sitting in the bucket down at the bottom, and then one rises up and tries to escape and climb over the top to some sort of freedom. But that's not the whole story. And so we're going to talk about the other side of this story. What happens is that when crabs are captured or when they are in this bucket, it's because they've been captured. They didn't climb into the bucket. They were living in their own habitat. They were living in the wild, doing their own thing, and then suddenly they are caught up in this basket, this barrel, and they are transported. And the end game for the crab is for the crab to be eaten. And so the crabs perhaps instinctively know this. And so when the crabs are in the basket or in the barrel, and there is an attempt to pull one of the crabs out of the barrel, the crabs sort of round the wagons so that the other crabs cannot be pulled out of the basket. And the crabs that are most aggressive with respect to this are the female crabs. And so that's what's on the screen. And they have little red claws. And so if you try to take one of the crabs out of the barrel in order to eat the crab, the other crabs are going to do everything in their power to stop this from happening. You don't see this resistance when the crab itself is just trying to climb out and go about its business. You generally see this when someone else is attempting to pull the crabs out of the barrel. And when this happens, the crabs lock arms, the claws come out, they start clawing at the person who's trying to take the crabs out of the barrel. And again, the female crabs are the most aggressive with respect to this. And so they are not willing to allow any of the crabs to be taken from the barrel. So they sort of circle each other, they lock arms, they do everything possible not to go from the barrel into the pot. Additionally, what you see with these crabs in a barrel is this dynamic of stewardship. And so you see this sort of collective responsibility for each other. And so if you attempt to take one of the crabs out of the barrel, the crabs that you see on the screen will literally stare you down, letting you know that it is a fight, and they are not willing to go down without a fight. Now, let's skip from this to human beings. Human beings generally like to have a sense of autonomy, like to feel a sense of freedom. They pretty much want to do what they want to do when they want to do it, and you see this starting off very early. And so you have people who sometimes don't like boundaries. They don't like lines of demarcation. They want to be free to do whatever it is they want to do. They want to be fluid. They want to move. They want to shake. They want to do whatever it is that they want to do. And they may experience parents or siblings or other family members or friends talking to them about boundaries or sort of grabbing the coattail as stopping them from reaching their potential or from doing whatever it is that they want to do. When they want to climb out of the barrel, they want to climb out of the barrel. They may not be concerned about what's on the outside of the barrel. They simply feel the need to do whatever it is that they want to do. And they may not listen to good counsel, which would be those claws trying to pull them back down. And so what I want to encourage you to do going forward is, if you think that someone is exercising sort of the crab in the barrel dynamic with respect to you, and you feel them pulling on your coattail or trying to pull you back down into the barrel as you are trying to escape to your freedom, give it a moment and think about, is there another side to this dynamic? Is this grabbing you to keep you from being taken out of the barrel a good thing or a bad thing? Perhaps there's more to the story than meets the eye, and perhaps you need to ask a little bit more in terms of questions why the other crabs are trying to keep you in the barrel and keep you from the pot. You might even be able to think about recent times when family members or friends wanted to do certain things, wanted to be free, and you might have tried to tell them not to get out of the barrel. They attempted to get out of the barrel, some of them climbed out of the barrel, and they ended up basically in the pot. And so the crab in the barrel narrative, that is the popular narrative out there about jealousy and envy, is not the total story about the crabs in the barrel. Generally speaking, when the crabs in the barrel stop a crab from going out of the barrel, the crabs are basically attempting to help save the crab from the crab's self. Remember, knowledge is power. Take care. See you soon.